I've got one that for sellers. Like if you're selling your property, you actually got to sell it 3 times in order to get it to the closing table. So first you sell it to the realtor, because realtor is the first one who sees it on the system, on the MLS. He's got to see that it's a deal, it's a good property, it's going to fit the buyer. Then you got to sell it to the buyer. The buyer comes in and, and I like it. Let's put an offer. Third time you sell it to appraiser, who's going to put the price on it. The bank sends the appraiser out to justify the price. And so 3 times, 3 people got to justify the location, condition, and the price. You also got an inspector over there who's gonna give his opinion on the property to the buyer. But usually the inspector, all he's looking is the condition and things that go wrong and not. But you're really not selling to inspector, but he also has some saying in the condition of the property too. So you might as well want to say you got to sell it 4 times pretty much. But it's not just I'm looking for one buyer. Sometimes you're looking for 2 buyers at the same time, so they can compete and actually create emotional feelings for the buyers, so they can kind of go and a little overpay or worry that they're gonna miss out on a house. That's when you sell it for the most money. So just remember, you're not selling just strictly to the buyer, and everything is gonna work out perfect after that. It's just there's a lot of people involved in there. And like we're dealing right now with a property that the appraiser has some issues with the basement, and now we have to work it so we get the report that everything's okay. So it's just to let you know. Okay, work behind the scenes of a realtor. There's a lot that going on behind the scenes that the realtor does that you don't see. Like either you're buying or selling the property. A lot of things that realtors do to find clients. Amazing. A lot of it's probably like 80% of work that realtors do. And you don't see it, but that's what we do. All the schedulings, all the communications between agents and attorneys and appraisers and lenders, all that is filling up a day of the real estate agent. All you see is them meeting you at the property. You don't know how much even they drove from appointment to appointment. All you see is them meeting your property, opening a door, and you think that's done. There's also a lot that goes behind the scenes when the agent is training to know what to say. Like they can't just say whatever they want. There's a lot of there's 2 same agents will be showing the property that will show it differently, and one will be able to to emotionally interest the client, and the other one would just be opening the doors and staring at you. So there's a lot of the training goes behind the scenes that the realtor does. And when the contract is signed, there's a lot of negotiations that go into place when you don't see it. When the real estate agent is stepping in and making all the parties work together and make sure that the transaction is moving forward, or it's going to have to fall apart. And there's a lot of that, and then you have to start all over again. And so that's all the work that goes behind the scenes. Not everybody knows about it, and just so you know, like a lot of people think that the real estate agent works only on Saturday and Sunday because that's when they show homes. But if they don't do anything between Monday and Friday, then there is no Saturday and Sunday. They're just sitting on the couch waiting for the business. So there's also Monday to Friday from 9 until who knows, even sometimes till 8, and then it's every day, and then some realtors don't even have a days off. Okay, mortgage rates will not determine your income. What is this? Like, this is all about buying your personal residence. You should not look at the mortgage rates in order to decide whether you're buying or not, because mortgage rates are irrelevant. Your monthly payment is what's important. You're buying a home to create memories, to build family, and something where it's the place where you feel comfortable and that works for your lifestyle. You're buying a lifestyle with a home. So what's important for you is whether you can afford it. Mortgage rates also changed a little bit of a price. So everything is important. So not just the mortgage rates. If they are 2% and tomorrow they will be going up to 4%, that should not move you from not buying into buying. That should not determine your goals. If you're planning to buy something, just make sure that the one you're buying is not because of the rates, but the one because you can afford it. It's a super important distinction. The important thing is to look at the full payment and make sure it's comfortable for you when you're buying your own home. With investments, it's a little different. When the rates go up, your cash flow goes down, and maybe the property value will go down too. But what if the rents went up so much that it's exceeded the rates increase much more, which is what we're seeing in 2022. The interest rates are going up, but the rents actually are going up big time too. So it still makes sense to invest. But if the rates go even higher and then the values come lower, you must understand that I bought it for a long term. So I don't care where the rates are because I got it fixed. But if you're getting a balloon mortgage, which is not fixed, then it's a different question, because in 5 years, your bank is going to ask you to refinance it, and who knows what the rates are going to be at that time. So then you have to be a little bit more careful what you're doing. So I would say if you can, and if you have less than 10 mortgages, try to get as many fixed mortgages as you can. Get them fixed. Get them 30-year fixed so you're protected, and don't get those balloons until you capped out with a regular 30-year mortgages, and then you can step into the balloons. Okay, next one. This one is about the market crash. 2023 market crash. Everybody's talking about it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about the market crash, and Fed is raising rates and everything's going to come down. I want you to understand one thing. In order for market to crash, a lot of inventory come into the market at the same time. It's got to be at the same time, not spread out within a year or two, because then it won't affect the market. It's got to be dumped in. You got to have a bunch of real estate coming in at the same time, and we're like 800,000 houses short on the market right now. So if those houses come in at the same time, so there has to be something that will create that inventory. Either someone can't pay their mortgage. There's something going on in the economy that people cannot pay their mortgages. They overextended themselves, and they have to sell. They have to, which is important to distinguish. They have to sell. They cannot just want to sell, because a lot of people, and we've had clients like that, they will put it on the market and then take it off. I don't have to sell. So those people are not going to sell. If there's nothing to sell, there's nothing to drop. So they have to sell. There has to be a situation where a lot of people have to sell in the same time. And that's when they will do anything that needs to be done in order to sell. As far as I see right now, there's nothing that creates that kind of situation. But who knows? Who knows? Because we can't see everything that's around the corner. But if something like that shows up, then we know, okay, price is going to crash. But as of now, I see them only adjusting a little bit, market balancing out, and we will definitely see more sellers coming into the market, because we have rates going up, which creates a lot of fear that the prices will come down. So a lot of sellers will think about that tomorrow is going to be cheaper and coming on the market. That we'll see. And but still, like a drop of water in the ocean. It's like not going to do anything. It's got to be it's got to be a lot of properties at the same time. But the big thing here is there's a lot of capital in homes. So people are not going to just get rid of it like that. They're either going to drop the price, or if it doesn't make any sense, then you have to drop way too low. Then you really have to sell, because there's a lot of capital still. There's a lot of equity. People have a lot of equity in their homes. It's different from 2008. There's a lot of equity in homes. They're not going to give the property to the bank like that, because I would rather just, put it on the market. If I can't sell it, I'll do the refi if I need the money. Whatever needed to be done. It's just you have to have no equity. You have to be like, I got nothing in the house, I get rid of it. I don't want to pay for it. So that's what creates crashes. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope this one helped a little bit. Comment below, give me some suggestions. I'll do another one for you, and see you next time.